Are you ready to become yourself? For years, dozens of people from all walks of life have turned to this one man, Leslie Tanner, desperate for the tools to reshape their life in our raised, godless world. Utilizing a unique blend of good-natured humor and brass tacks education, his innovative approach has helped innumerable people reach new levels of consciousness and personal power. Leslie Tanner, a controversial but selfless and massively influential figure, defies categorization. Since he and his life-changing program rose to fame, the expert class has desperately attacked him as a clown, snake oil salesman, or predator, attempting to silence him precisely because he is so effective at helping others become happier and more powerful in their own lives. From the most challenged, the mentally ill, handicapped, women, and mentally retarded, to the most successful athletes, entertainers, business owners, medical doctors. Regardless of your station, Leslie Tanner has committed his life to giving you the tools you need to transform your life. So, are you tired of being in near constant emotional and physical pain? If you could snap your fingers and have $1 million, would you do it? Is there a you buried deep inside whose power and will yearn to be expressed?
It's a whole life-changing program.
If they get half of what I got out of this program, they're going to have a much happier life.
It was fun. I really loved doing the program. I loved learning about myself. It was just amazing.
So if you have an interest in transforming your life once and for all, come along. I have so much to show you. In a moment, you'll have the opportunity to call the number you'll see on the screen and speak to me, Leslie Tanner, directly. Together, we'll tackle the most critical issues related to unlocking your true individual power and reaching your fullest potential. Let today be the first day of the rest of your life. Welcome to Explorations. Ladies and gentlemen of Explorations, I say good evening to you. It's me, Leslie Tanner, host, creator, and founder of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Tonight, we are getting into some brass tacks thing. It's been a while since we dove into the self in an optimal sense. Tonight, we are seeking, yearning, striving to optimize the self in order to actualize wellness. Don't know what that means? Well, stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, because we are getting right down to business tonight on Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Good evening, everyone. How are you all doing? It's me, Leslie Tanner. It is wonderful to be with you again. How are you all doing? Before we get into all that business, I want to know how you are doing. You, my early birds. You were here at the beginning. You were here ready for that extra special little tool, that sweet cream at the top of the foam, and you were here and ready, gullet wide open and ready to jump in head first. In the most effective personal power program in the country, Communal Vision from Nindy New. Nailed the post like usual. Optimal intro again by the guru, Nindy New. Oh my gosh, you are making me blush. That is so extremely sweet of you, Nindy New. And I want you to know, first of all, Nindy New is one of maybe my most cherished explorer right now, currently speaking. Nindy New shows up, he puts in the work, he's asking very thought-provoking questions in the Discord, and we all see it. We all see how it's going, how it's working. Namaste. Communal Vision from Larry Pickle Jar. I'm 100% ready to get down to pay the brass tax. Yeah, okay, I don't know what you mean by that, Larry, but I'm happy to have you, brother. I'm happy to have you. He's getting down to pay the brass. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. You know what that means. That fella is letting us know that it is time for the Jazz Express. Namaste. Now, it's a Saturday night, a little bit of jazz, never hurt anybody on a beautiful Saturday night, sensual Saturday night. We are seeking to open the sensuality of the third eye. Imagine the third eye as being a sort of vagina, first or second for you. Think about that. Cougar Pie, single bit. Thanks so much, hon. Really appreciate that. Also, Peppercorn Patty, single bit. I really appreciate that as well. Poor 2 bits. And Larry Picklejar kicking us off with that comment about the brass tacks. Still don't really understand it, but that's kind of the value that Larry Picklejar brings. You don't know what he means on the surface, and you don't know what's going on underneath there. I think his presence and how he chooses to express himself often asks more questions than it answers. Asks more questions than it answers. Where's Larry Picklejar coming from? What's his personal life like? I don't know. Sometimes I think I know, but sometimes I see it. I see it get worse, and I don't know exactly what's going on. But who knows, right? That's why we're here at Explorations. Each of us, the enigma of human being. Just a little bit of a tickle. You know, sometimes the universe floods you with notes, floods you with ideas, floods you with a torrent of musical energy. But sometimes it's telling you to hit the brakes a little bit, brother. That's what the universe says to me sometimes. It says, Leslie, you're going so hard. You're going so fast. You're going a million miles a minute. You know, you've left a wake of transformed lives behind you every single time you pop on the screen. You have the most effective personal power program in the country. Sometimes you got to slow down. That's what the universe says. And you know what I say? No. I say no. There's too many lives out there to be changed. There's too much awakening that needs to happen. There's too many people that could benefit from the tools of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Namaste, Bad Toastery with the 50 bits. Namaste to Bad Toastery tonight. Blessings. I'm looking at Cherish with 100 bits. Cherish, sweetheart, thank you. Yep, I shoot you like cats, 69 bits. Yep, I shoot you like cats, unemployed. Officially unemployed. Namaste. Still sacrificing. Still sacrificing for the community and the program. Namaste. Peppercorn 6 bits. Then you do 4 bits. You ever shoot like cats 3 bits. Orcstar 7 bits. Cougar Pie with 100 hot steamy bits. Namaste to Cougar Pie tonight. Namaste, everybody. Beautiful, beautiful. We get a little tickling at the beginning, and that's fine enough for me. Sometimes we go whole hog. We say, giddy up, horse, and we go whole hog on into the Jazz Express. You know, we blast through those levels. We go continually. We're excited. We're hungry. We're thirsty for the sensual experience. A sort of distilled, perfected, crystallized sensual experience here at Explorations with Leslie Tanner. We're hungry and thirsty for it sometimes. But sometimes we just want a little tickle. Sometimes that's all we're hungry for. Sometimes we're peckish. Sometimes we just want to wet the whistle, so to speak. We're not thirsty like we're in the desert, like we're the Jews cast into the desert, led by a Moses walking around in circles for 40 years. Maybe the prophet fails. That should have been on Failblog, fails.com. That should have been Moses and the free Jewish slaves wandering around the desert. for 40 years. That should be on a fail blog. Come on. Namaste. Yep, I shoot it like cats. Just asked what is fail blog? Are you being for real? Everybody laugh. Everybody laugh at Yep, I shoot it like cats for not knowing what a fail blog is. Everybody, I want to see some LOLs. I want to see some laughs. Let's get some emotes. Let's get some laughs going in the chat right now at the expense of Yep, I shoot it like cats. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Namaste. Cougar Pie gifting a sub on over to Level 3 Potato. Blessings and namaste to Cougar Pie and Level 3 Potato tonight. Wonderful to be with you all, guys. Like I said, it's me, Leslie Tanner, having a fantastic evening. Really enjoying being the quick affirmation for ladies. If someone's laughing at you, don't shrug it off. It's most likely disrespect, and your feelings should be hurt by it. Don't get into this business of being like, oh, that was funny. I can see where that was coming from. You know, that hurt a little bit, but I can see where it's coming. No. You dig your heels in, ladies. You dig your heels in. Do not enjoy it. Do not enjoy the moment. Namaste. That is the greatest gift that you could possibly give to any of us. Not enjoying it. Blessings and namaste. Now, as I was saying, guys, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie Tanner, host, creator, and founder of the most effective personal power program in the country, Explorations with Leslie Tanner. The program with which we explore the universe, both inside and out, to unlock and unleash the power within each and every single one of us. This power that I refer to is a power that we've possessed all along, but ladies and gentlemen, have been afraid of since day one. We've been afraid of our power. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not weak. If you are here watching the stream this early on, ladies and gentlemen, you are not called here because you have a weakness inside of you. Ladies and gentlemen, you are called here because you have a power inside of you waiting to be expressed, a potential waiting to be actualized. And funnily enough, tonight, that is exactly what we are getting into. We are getting into optimizing the self to actualize our wellness. Optimizing the self to actualize our wellness. Now, what does this mean? What does this mean? Somebody maybe is a little less familiar with the program. They might go ahead and ask a question, Leslie, what the fuck does that mean? That sounds like a bunch of buzzword nonsense to me, Leslie. Are you sure that actually means something? Are you sure you're not trying to scam me out of my bits? I've been putting bits into the program for months, and now you give me Optimize Self to Actualize Wellness? Yes, exactly. That is what I am doing. That is exactly what I'm doing. I'm here to embark on a journey with you, a sojourn, so to speak, of optimizing the self in an exploratory Leslian sense in a way that only we can do here at Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Ladies and gentlemen, you go into any corner of this internet and you'll find yourself a Tom, Dick, Harry, Jane, or Jill selling you a crock of dog shit under the same labels that we use here, optimizing the self. I'll bet Gary Vandercook has probably said something along the lines of that. I'll bet you could tune into Tony Robbins' ass stream that he has on this platform. Disrespectful. I consider that to be disrespectful. The amount of work and innovation that I and the team and we as a community have put in to this program right here, and for him to waltz on here and do a Zoom call, that he charges each person for, and to have a sound person, so run canned clapping and whatnot. I'm sorry. That's disrespectful. Here I am, cutting myself bleeding, offering infinitely more valuable and actionable tools by which to transform your life every time I stream. How much does it cost to participate? How much does it cost to call me directly? Larry Picklejar, Tony Robbins likes to eat bugs and put dildos in his ass. Namaste, Larry Picklejar, spreading the good word. Spread that, clip that, send that on over to his team. Invite him on the stream. I'd love to have him. I'd love to work with him. I'll bet that whatever he's calling his program these days, it's hard to keep track. Whatever he's calling can definitely benefit from working with me, Leslie Tanner, at Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Yeah, it's free, Mr. Cowboy. It's free to watch the program. It's free to chat. It's free to call up. It is, if you feel so charged by the energy that you see on the screen, that you want to donate, you want to contribute, you want to be a part of something special. What's the charge? Is there a charge? No, it is not the $800,000 that Tony Robbins charged. Affirmations for men. Listen, fellas. Oh shoot, that one caught me. Let's get another one for the fellas. Namaste, Chrismac. Namaste, Nindy New. And we got Chrismac with a communal vision. Chrismac. Oh, brother Chrismac, it's good to see you. It's been a minute. It's nice to see you in chat. It's nice to see you here with us on a beautiful Saturday night. Namaste. And just the 200 bits to say hi. Namaste to Chrismac. Thank you so much for participating in guiding our collective and your individual exploration. Quick affirmation for the fellows. Don't worry too much about the shape and size of breasts. That's a dark road. If you find yourself making lists, getting online, getting in the message board, saying, you prefer one shape or one shape or one size, brother, that's a dark road. That's not what the breast is for, literally as well as symbolically. Okay, the breast, both literally and symbolically, is there to guide us to a pre-conscious state of mind, a sort of oneness with an animal inside of us that we fear. Do you think the hyena goes and looks, tries to pick special titties out? No. Do you think the wild moose scrolls through pictures of different sized titties and says yes to those and no to those? No, they do not. It is a key to a universe of chaos inside of yourself and outside of yourself. Namaste. Namaste, everyone. Blessings to you. Wow. I'm charged up, guys. I'm sucking on a Celsius tonight, by the way. I'm sucking on a Celsius tonight. Arctic Vibe. Anybody try this Arctic Vibe business? Holy moly, I'm on the moon. I'm having a great time. I'm dialed in. Let's just say that. I'm dialed in. Let's just say that. Celsius. Boom. That's right, Psyduck. Yes. Yeah, I remember when we gave Jenny the pep talk about getting a Celsius in her before she goes and gets 5150 at an emergency room for wanting to you know what? Namaste. Leslie, how in the world do you sleep after chugging that? Well, I'm a man, first of all. I can do anything. That's a very good question, but the answer is very simple. Through willpower, through the program, through acceptance of my my limitations, of mourning my limitations, but yet stoking the cinder inside of me as a divinely masculine being. Namaste. Good question, though. Oh my Lord. I don't know what say the entire phrase loud and clear. What are you talking about? Okay, so guys, we're sucking on Arctic Vibe tonight, having a real good time, a really wonderful, rich time. Quote.
Healing is possible, important, and a moral imperative among the enlightened, claimed the rotting, masturbating corpse.
Listen, and that's a special quote for my mentally ill, my mentally disabled, my mentally challenged, emotionally, whatever word that they're using for the you-know-whats these days. Whatever that 30 years ago they used to say a whisper. They used to whisper, you know what? He's you know what. Whatever word they use, let it be known that this regime of health as a morally enlightened value is a scourge on our population. A scourge on our population. Imagine being severely autistic with bipolar disorder, right? Severely autistic with bipolar disorder. You're in the middle of your disability application. It's going to take you 3 fucking years to get $1,200 a month because you can't hold down a job, you get overwhelmed, you emotionally, you understand that you have, the stasis of a teenager perpetually. I couldn't say this earlier, but you said giddy up horse earlier, and it sounded dumb and like shit. Not me. Somebody banned Not Mish. I'm not dealing with that tonight. We're not dealing with that tonight. Let that be known. Let that be known right now. I'm not dealing with that nonsense. Speaking of banning a mod, though, I do have a little. After we get through this, we do have a little announcement to get to. Something was brought to my attention that there was a certain moderator abusing their privileges. And let me reiterate that. It is a privilege. A privilege. I can unmod you though. Try it. You try me. Because I'm going to be unmodding someone tonight on Twitch and Discord because they abused their privileges. Namaste. But we'll get to that in just a moment. But listen, throw off the yoke of pressure to heal. All right, think about that autistic, bipolar, sparsely medicated, just sort of like Taz out there, but not likable. You know what I mean? Not something that anybody like actually enjoys and is entertained by. Once in a while, yeah, but mostly not. Miserable life, compounding problems. A lack of resources to mitigate that. Then, okay, on top of it, yeah, let's listen to our experts and sprinkle on a little bit of social and moral pressure to heal themselves. Let's add the virtue of healing and progress to the person in that situation. I cannot imagine a more tyrannical and violent thing. I cannot imagine a more tyrannical and violent regime of thought, than to, directly or indirectly instill upon a mentally disabled adult whose life is miserable and not going anywhere, to instill in that person the value, the moral value of healing. That is unconscionable. And to think that a therapist would do this, it makes me want to do something extreme. Ladies and gentlemen. I can't even say what I want to do on the internet because it's that upsetting to me. And it gives me thoughts. And it goes down a road. It goes down a road that other people might call dark, but I see it as very bright. Namaste. Maybe we'll discuss that on a later date. Guys, so tonight we are exploring optimizing the self to actualize wellness. What does that mean? This will bear out in every call tonight, 708-240-8953 when I open up the line. Not open yet. When I open up the line, I'm going to be speaking directly to you all. Every single person who calls will get the direct Leslie treatment of optimizing the self to actualize wellness. And Lord, is it going to be a gift? Is it going to be special? Is it going to be special for you all? Now, as I was saying just a moment ago, guys, we do have a couple of announcements. So let's get through the regular ones, and then let's address this moderator business, okay? Because something was brought to my attention, but let's get through these little quick ones first. First and foremost, we've got. First and foremost, guys, send me something in the mail. I've been checking that mailbox, and I love getting stuff from you guys. It's been empty lately, but here I am, waiting for a postcard, letter, a little package of something or another. I absolutely love getting stuff from you guys, like I always say. I love that connection. I love broaching that fourth wall with you. P.O. Box 47621, Chicago, Illinois, 60647, guys. Send me something, and I promise to open it up live on air here on Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Namaste to you all for everybody that sends me stuff. German Royalty's been sending me a bunch of these pictures. Godspeed sent this postcard. I've been getting packages. We got that peppercorn patty package. We got an Orchestar package. We got Little Miss Whatever sent a whole box of blank VHS tapes, which, Lord, I've got some announcements for you. Lord, we got some announcements coming down the pipeline when they're ready. Now, they're cooking, but it's very exciting. Very exciting. Yeah, but you like send it on over. Send it on over. I love getting that kind of stuff. Stickers, I love stickers. I'll put stickers on any damn ass thing. I don't have enough stickers. I love putting stickers on stuff. You know, and that's very exciting to me. So namaste. It was from Orc and for. Oh, that's right. That's right. You're right, friend. You're right, friend. I appreciate you bringing that to my attention. I genuinely appreciate you bringing that to my attention. That is very important. That is very important. That was from Orc and Fran. Namaste. Doofus, good to see you, brother. Derailed Freight Train over at YouTube. Good to see you, too. You're not sneaking by me, you son of a bitch. You're not sneaking by me. Well, thanks for joining us tonight. I appreciate your presence. I do. I really do. I really appreciate your presence, and namaste. Doofus, good to see you also, brother. I miss you guys. I miss you guys. Now, okay, so guys, so that was first order of business. Secondly, let's go ahead and jump on over to something we're going to get into in a little more detail later on this evening, the community of devoted light. So guys, if you are wondering how to really get to be a part of my inner circle, really get to be a part of the real core of the program, to access the most exclusive and in-depth materials that this program has to offer. I'm talking about podcasts, I'm talking about videos, I'm talking about a monthly postcard, I'm talking about a literal library of materials. And I'll say thank you so much, Nigel. Thank you so much, Nigel, for those bits. Blessings. Now, it can be found at the Community of Devoted Light at patreon.com. Community of Devoted Light at patreon.com. For a couple dollars a month, I can get you these materials. And so if at any point you want to check that out, type !final journey into the chat for instructions of how you can join the Community of Devoted Light at patreon.com tonight. Tonight that can happen, and that's very exciting. If I were you, I'd be excited. But anyway, now guys, what we are going to be doing. So let me see. Is he here right now? Because I want to make sure he's here. I want to make sure this person's here. Yes, he is. Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Ladies and gentlemen, I take very seriously who I let into the moderation circle. I don't let people willy-nilly into my sort of inner council, so to speak. But what was brought to my attention Nigel Pennyweather, thank you so much for the community legend. Slap that ass, watch yourself, show me what you working with. Namaste, Nigel. Really appreciate that perspective. I'll just get right down to it. So, Night Year with 500 bits, ordering nothing. Namaste, Night Year, thank you so much for those bits. I really appreciate that, as well as Nigel Pennyweather with the 200 bits before that. Namaste to both of you. That's extremely generous of you. I want you to know how much I genuinely appreciate that, all right? It's those kinds of donations that make this program possible. I know a lot of people say that kind of stuff, but I really do genuinely mean it, all right? From that is exactly the kind of thing that makes this possible. Nigel Pennyweather with 50 bits. Thank you so much. Son of a bitch. Your generosity knows no bounds. Namaste to you. Now, Guys, I take the moderation circle very seriously, but something was brought to my attention a couple days ago. Honestly, a moderator was abusing his privileges, to be honest with you. He grew too confident. You know, I like to be able to trust my moderators. I like to be able to, I don't give a lot of structure. It's a very subjective, vibes-based role to serve. The bottom line rule here that I share with the moderators is a vibe-based rule, and that is don't scare the hose. I genuinely believe in my heart of heart that the TOS of any platform it has that in its core. It is a vibes-based system. Vibes-based system. And the title for that vibes-based system, as I understand it, as the creator of Explorations, is don't scare the hose. How do we do that? And that's where it gets, we can have a long talk about it. However, we had a moderator the other day overstep their privilege to interpret this. It is important that this mechanism of the program remain neutral. The mechanisms of this remain neutral. But, as I said, somebody messaged me and pointed out to me that, brother, I think one of your moderators might be letting it a little loose. I investigated. I personally investigated. I looked into the logs. And what I saw chilled me. What I saw chilled me. To think that this community and program that I have put so much time and energy into, not to make it safe, we know that that's not the goal. We know that that's not even an asset of an effective power program. But to make it a place where we know we can come and explore and utilize the tools and freedoms in order to actualize the self and achieve the power of the next level that we speak about so frequently. So, to cut to the chase, guys, I don't take pleasure in doing this. But I will be unmoderating someone right now. I will be unmoderating dishonorably how do you spell his name? How do you spell it? Okay, it's just got the eyes. I will be unceremoniously and dishonorably unmoderating. I don't like doing this. Because it admits that, maybe I made a judgment call in letting him in the first place. But I'm human, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just as human as anybody else. Tonight we're unmoderating pepperoncini. And with a stroke of a key, pepperoncini's time serving our community as a moderator is now over. Ninja News says the program works. I'll be finishing up on the Discord after the stream tonight, but let it be known that I take this very seriously. That anybody I liked having him around. I liked having him at the meetings. He's mostly a funny guy. Whatever, I can't go into too much detail about this. It's inner stuff. This program is for you. The tools are for you. My energy is for you. It's not to do this inside baseball, political nonsense. All right, so guys, let's get into the theme. Hold on a second. Okay. This politics isn't for you guys. The politics, leave that to the moderators to discuss. I have to make a decision about the leadership of this community. It's just part of the job. Do I enjoy doing it? No. Fran Weard says, R.A.P. Bozo, thanks for the job. And we'll be moderating, we'll be welcoming another moderator to the circle. Everybody welcome Peppercorn Patty. So, namaste, everybody. Listen, if you had an unpleasant, harassing experience with pepperoncini, just know that I do take this very seriously. If a moderator ever crosses the line with you and takes advantage of their position of seniority and leadership, you let me know. You let me know what goes on. Night Year, thanks for the mod. Excited to start. Yeah, Night Year, that's not you. You're not going to be modding. Namaste. Affirmation for fellows. Listen, sometimes you got to shoot your friends in the face. Sometimes somebody you knew needs to get shot in the face. So everybody welcome Peppercorn Patty, though, to moderatorship. Namaste. Thank you so much, Peppercorn Patty, for joining the circle here. You are brimming with energy and ideas and leadership, and can't wait to have you on board at the meetings and what have you. Welcome, everybody welcome. Yeah, send some congratulations to Peppercorn Patty, but also send some sort of, borderline harassing messages to Pepperoncini. Everyone in chat, send borderline, and just in case, Pepperoncini with a couple hundred bits. Pepperoncini, I go to see a movie with my wife and come back to this bullshit. Fuck all of you. We talked about this in private. I messaged you before we did this. We talked about this. All right, so anyway, let's lighten the mood back up. Let's get the mood back up. Welcome Peppercorn Patty to the moderator circle. Peppercorn Patty, Pepperoncini, ha 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 ha, you suck. Yeah, if you guys want to send some borderline harassing messages to Pepperoncini for his failure, his abdication of his duties as a leader here, feel free. Pepperoncini, more like get off my screeny, says Fluxform Zero. See, I take no joy in this. I mean, I share in the sentiment. I myself feel betrayed. All right, well, anyway, let's get back to it, guys. Tonight, we are optimizing the self and actualizing wellness here on Explorations with Leslie Tanner. 708-240-8953. 708-240-8953. Peppercorn Patty, this was Leslie, but AI is coming for the real job. Don't really know what that means. Caller, 1 second. I gotta send your audio to my speakers. 1 moment. Hold on. Sit tight. I heard that Pepperoncini got unmodded because he has never completed a Wordle. I mean, that's certainly not it, but namaste. Larry Picklejar, this was Leslie, but AI is coming for the real job. Yeah, I see. I'm confused by that. But anyway, caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
Oh, Leslie, it's Toaster.
Toaster,
friend
buddy. Best friend Toaster. It is
Toaster.
it has been so long since you were the first caller of the night.
Well, like I always say, I've been intentionally taking a back seat to let the other callers kind of get in, see what they can do. With the first call situation, I was the reigning champion of first caller of the day.
Right.
And I just obliterated the competition for so long.
Side Oak with a gun, communal vision. Pep, lemonade around the corner. Failure to be a beacon of light is made.
Anyway, Leslie, we have a lot to talk about right now. So I was watching the show, as I always do, and I heard the news about Peppercini, and I could easily make this an "I told you so" kind of thing, but that's not what best friends do.
Wait. Toaster, what?
What?
You can make this an "I told you so" situation?
Oh, yeah, but I'm not doing that. I'm not going to do that. I'm just saying that I could do that, but I'm not going to do that.
You could? Based on what? How could you do that?
Oh, I've been warning you about Peppercini forever. Since the day you made him moderator.
No, you have not. Larry Pickle Jar. Cheen, more like peen. Good luck, pepper on peony.
And
Larry Pickle Jar is kind of pouring salt in the wounds.
We have to talk about Fram, too, because this is going to turn into another "I told you so" situation.
Listen, Toaster, this is a bad way to start a show.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to make it an "I told you so" situation, but I'm just saying, that's another potential one coming up.
Okay, listen, I want to hear you out. I really do. You said we have a lot to talk about, but listen, I just kind of killed the vibe a little bit by having to, shoot old Lassie by unmodding Pepperoncini. I'm trying to get that energy back up and focus. Everyone's here for the tools of the program, and right now you're just kind of talking to me.
Listen to me. This is what I'm trying to tell you. You did a good thing. This is a good thing that this happened. Better sooner than later, because he's a cancer and he's a toxic wasteland to have in your moderator space. And it's good that he's gone. It sucks that it had to happen this way. He never should have been a moderator in the first place. I tried to tell you. I'm not going to make it an "I told you so" situation, but I tried to warn you. And Leslie, I urge you, I beg you to get Fram out too, because the same thing's going to happen with Fram. He is a traitor. And let me just say, he was a moderator on my stream, on my channel, before he was a moderator on your channel.
Yeah, listen, Toaster.
And Leslie, I don't allow Leslie mods to be mods on my channel. So he was my moderator until you jackal.
Okay, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. Family Art says he's not a Cancer, he's a Gemini, idiot. Don't you run an astrology Discord?
You poached him from me, and you took him as your own, and you took him from me. And I did all the work training him, and he learned under my wing how to be a moderator. And then you swooped in, and you snatched him up, and you're ruining everything. You're ruining my empire. You're ruining my entire stream, Leslie. And it's all coming down because of you.
How many people? What's your average viewership?
Now?
Right now. What's your average viewership?
No, it's like...
For the past 30 days.
Like
Go to the creator dashboard right now and look at your average viewership. Stone Monster 400. Listen, that epic Toaster snack.
Okay, look, we don't have to make a big thing out of it, though, Leslie. Let's just calm down.
Well, no, we're calming down because you just called it an empire. And what's your average?
Leslie, let's just calm down. Let's just chill. Can you calm down?
Okay, now we're backpedaling. Now we're backpedaling. You come on here and you harass me at the top of the show. Toaster, you used to be a contributing member of this program and community. You used to be, a beacon of what was possible through the program. But now you call up and you've got a laundry list of a bunch of projected bullshit that has nothing to do with me. You're angry at something. You're angry at someone. It's not me, and you're using me as a punching bag.
I'm not angry. I'm chill, Leslie.
You just accused me of a million different negative things.
What do you do? You're freaking
I'm
out
ruining
for no
your
reason.
empire. I'm poaching your mods. I didn't make the rule that your mods can't be my mods. You made that rule.
Okay, first of all, stop yelling.
No, I won't. I will not stop. Night Year, okay, Community Vision Night Year. We are getting close to shutting down the After Exploration streams. This fucking guy says Night Year. Are we doing Talking Tanner tonight, by the way?
Here's another thing. Before we get to that, here's another thing. This peppercorn patty situation, we're going to have to talk about this too. Because like I said, I don't allow Leslie moderators to be moderators on my stream. And peppercorn patty was also a toaster moderator. So now I have to talk to Peppercorn Patty. So now you're putting me in another situation.
You're putting yourself in this situation. Okay, listen.
Look, I'm gonna keep
I'm not doing this.
I'm
not doing this anymore. I'm not doing this anymore.
I'm gonna keep you updated.
Do you want to talk about that? You want to get involved in the program? You want to do some program stuff? Everybody's here for the program, and you're just kind of jerking yourself off right now.
What's the theme? Let's talk about the theme.
Optimizing the self to actualize wellness.
What does that mean?
Very good question. I wish we could have gotten to it sooner. We are now 7 minutes into the call.
Yeah, and you're lucky I didn't make an "I told you so" thing, because I totally could have made it an "I told you so" thing, and I chose.
Okay, how about
to.
this? How about this? Let's do an "I told you so." Let's do an "I told you so." This business of your mods not being my mods. This is you, brother. You are shooting yourself in the foot.
Oh, you're okay. I told you so, Leslie. I told you so, Tanner. That's so childish.
And he hung up. He hung up. Everybody remember, the next time he gets terminated and has a fucking meltdown about it, remember this. He just hung up on me. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you tonight?
Hello?
Hello. How are you, caller?
I'm good. How are you? Am I on the stream?
You are on the stream right now, brother. How you doing tonight?
I'm pretty good. I just wanted to talk to you, vent a couple things off my chest.
Wonderful. What's something that we can call you tonight?
Huh?
What's your name?
Jake.
What's your name?
Jake. My actual name's Jake and not Jacob either. There's a lot of Jacobs around here. I'm a Jake.
So you're a Jake. All right. Well, good to meet you, Jake. This is your first time calling, right?
1,000. I've never seen your stream before until right now.
Holy shit, Jake. How did you find us over here?
I've just been bopping around. You know Toad, PhD?
Bro, yes, I do.
You ever seen that guy?
Yes, I have.
He's kind of mean. So I was trying to find like a nicer kind of guy.
Kind of mean. Talk to me about that. Explore that with me. Kind of mean. I'm interested what you mean.
To be fair, I was drunk and harassed him viciously for like a couple days in a row.
Sure.
So I understand why he wouldn't want to talk to me.
Right. Yeah.
But I'm actually a nice guy. If you're mean, I'm going to be mean back.
Right. Well, that's the thing. You know, isn't it?
But you seem great. I actually love your energy.
Well, isn't it kind of fun, Jake? I see this with, I'm not a big comedy fan, but I see this with a lot of comedians, right? They do this thing where they joke around a certain way, but as soon as somebody jokes around with them, then they
don't like it.
They don't like
it.
They don't like it.
All right, I get you.
So
I wanted to talk to you about. Do you want me to have like a specific topic, or can I just kind of vent?
Listen, to be honest with you, Jake, I'm happy to just be speaking with you, brother. I would love to.
Wow, you are the sweetest man.
I'd love to be talking a little more.
There, I'd kiss you on the cheek. My friend is listening.
I'd gobble that right up. I'd quickly turn and make you kiss me on the lips. Larry Pickle Jar, Jacob, as a weirdo sociopath, what's your top 3 streamers to watch?
Right now, listening, and I kissed him on the cheek 3 times. He didn't like it.
Beautiful. Now, listen. That being said, tell us what you were doing, because a lot of times when people, it's like I wasn't doing anything. I was getting, First of all, I sympathize where you're coming from with that. I'm just joking around the way you joke around. But then let's look at the other side of the coin. You said you were getting drunk and harassing. Take us into that experience. What exactly were you saying?
Well, Harassing's a bit. I'm being exaggerative.
Quick communal vision from Larry Pickle Jar. Jacob, how big are your mom's tits?
My mom's like 90 pounds, very small lady.
Small.
And my name's not Jacob. That's fucking wild. That's absurd. You can ask about my mom's tits. You cannot call me Jacob.
Pepperoncini with a communal vision. Unmodded pepperoncini. Last bits I'm ever fucking spending. Toad PhD could beat your stupid linky ass. I hate you. Spend a fucking fortune on this program and I'm done. Bitch program, bitch viewers. Now that is somebody.
So, am I, Leslie?
Yes.
What do you do? Do you have a day job? I have a day job.
I'm completely committed to this personal power program of explorations.
Really?
This is my calling. This is my this is my soul that you see on the screen right now.
That's inspiring and powerful, and I'm proud of you for like sticking to your guns and just doing what you got to do to like what you feel comfortable with.
You know, I really appreciate you saying so, Jake. I really do. I really appreciate you saying so.
Well, not to cut you off, I'm very sorry. I will cut you off the majority of this time, and I don't mean to. It's sort of, my brain's broken.
Well, how broken? What's wrong with you?
Well, I definitely have like 5 or 6 concussions.
Okay. From what?
Slight alcoholism.
Alcoholism. So alcoholism, borderline harassment behavior.
No, whoa, that was a joke. I already said that was a joke.
That was a joke. Okay, so that was a joke.
Kind of.
Well, yeah,
Just
kind. This is the thing.
He's not a nice guy.
If you are, and I mean this with love, but if you're mildly retarded and like a mild alcoholic, then it's hard to read your version of what you self-reported. Jacob, based on your description of yourself, do you also own a bird?
I do not. I have a deaf dog. I rescued a dog, and then we found out she was deaf, and we kept her.
Interesting.
Her name's Beansy. Can you say hi to Beansy?
No, I won't do that.
She can't hear you anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I don't have a thing with dogs. I don't really care for dogs. I'm gonna be honest.
You don't like dogs?
Nope.
All right, so I do demolition.
Okay, right. So you were talking like demolition derby kind of stuff.
No, like I take down buildings.
Oh, you knock over stuff. You knock over buildings and whatnot.
So a guy that I was working with died. He fell like 11 stories to his death while he was in a machine. And then after that, I was working with a different guy. He used a torch most of the time. Right now I'm in a Bobcat, but I used a torch most of the time. And while I was burning a different guy, we were cutting up these big, like old school steam turbines, and it fell over and ripped his leg off. And I saw it was like bones in his body. His bones were sticking out, and he got amputated up to his knee. It kind of sucks.
Compound fracture. Yeah, that sounds. I was just thinking about.
It's not good.
To be
fair, that's not good.
Oh no, yeah. Hey, listen, you're preaching to the choir. I think when things like that happen, we can all pretty much. We all pretty much understand that it's bad. When bones are sticking out, unless you don't like that person and you want them to experience
he was a
pain.
Great guy. He didn't really speak a lot of English, but he was great at burning, that's torch cutting. You're a burner. That's what
Sure.
it's called. Mm-hmm. And I wouldn't say he taught me a lot of things, but we just got in the gist of what we were doing for a couple months. And I just watched the guy's leg get cut off, and it really sucked.
They cut it off on the site? Larry Picklejar with communal vision. Jacob, what kind of dog is Beansy? Also, why did you let that friend of yours lose his leg?
You call me Jacob?
That's what Larry Picklejar did in a communal vision.
Larry Picklejar, let me talk to you real quick here. My name is Jake. Jake on my birth certificate. Jake. No ub. I'm not a nub.
Well, listen,
But
brother
besides
Jake.
that,
Brother Jake, listen, I'd love to talk to you about your sort of cognitive deficiencies and your alcoholism. But tonight I would like to take you to task on a certain theme tonight. You asked if we have a theme, and yes, we do. It is optimizing the self to actualize wellness. And before that, quick communal vision from Night Year. User Night Year says, "Hey, Gay Cub, how are you tonight?" So saying your name, Jacob.
I'm in a good mood. I saw Friendship with Tim Robinson earlier today in theaters.
Did you enjoy it?
Very, very silly film. I would recommend it.
Now, just to be clear, they did say your name, Jacob, and instead of the J, they substituted the word gay.
Jacob.
Yeah.
That's good. That's funny. I like that.
So they got your ass. Okay, interesting.
They got
Cougar
me.
Pie.
Got him.
Cougar Pie with a communal vision coming. Jackson, is it a Dalmatian?
I'm outside smoking a cigarette too. I'm not looking at the chat. So everything.
These are all just communal visions.
Let the boys rip.
These are all communal visions. This is what the chat sends to me to read aloud. Or not technically read. I have it dictated to me, and then I repeat it.
What I would like is if someone in the chat would really get aggressive with me, really try to get me.
Yeah, I see what's wrong with you. I see what's wrong with you now. Communal vision from Larry Pickle Jar. Jacob, my friend, Pepperoncini went and saw Lilo and Stitch with his wife tonight. Does that mean he is gay or a child?
Well, I'm not gay or a child, and I'm not. It's not my wife, it's my girlfriend. But we are, I guess, common. What's it called?
Common law.
Common law marriage. We have been together for 10 years, so.
Well, that's.
I think we are common law married.
I'm seeing what's going on. I'm seeing what's going on with you.
Tell me what's going on then. Express
Listen.
yourself.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now what's going on. Quick communal vision from Larry Pickle Jar. Jacob, why do you have such a dumb name?
Well, I was my parents. Like most people's names, your parents name you. I didn't come out of the womb and name myself, so I think that's pretty self-explanatory.
And we got another communal vision coming in this time from user Cougar Pie. Says, is the fucking dog a Dalmatian, Jacob?
That's actually a great question because Dalmatians are one of the most common breeds of dogs to have deafness as a natural trait.
So is it?
No, it's a Australian cattle dog. Which is another. So what is the what's Merle?
Listen, this has been a really great call, Jake. I really appreciate you calling in tonight. Really fantastic. Listen, don't be a stranger. You call back in sometime soon.
You're
all right?
done with me already?
Namaste. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
It's Michaela.
Michaela, welcome back to the program. Sister Michaela, Sister of Devoted Light, namaste to you. How are you doing?
I'm actually doing quite well.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. All right, well, listen, Michaela, I've had a couple of handfuls tonight. Really difficult keeping people focused on the theme tonight, which is optimizing the self to actualize wellness. Now,
right.
Yeah, so listen, Michaela, if you don't mind, let's just jump right in. How about?
Sure thing.
So what's going on with you tonight?
Well, in order to optimize myself to actualize wellness, I think I might actually reconsider the whole nursing thing. I might just, I don't know. I might just do something else. Do you have any ideas?
Yes. Larry Pickle Jar. Caller, have you ever had to care for an old person whose name was Beansy?
Me? No.
Okay. Well, good question. Thanks, Larry. Now, okay. So listen. I genuinely believe in the sanctity of each explorer's own journey, right? The journey of sort of awareness and discovery and becoming, the true act of becoming, is a long, winding road, right? And it's very particular. It's a very particular, individually driven thing. However, I do want to point out that at the beginning, I remember one of your first calls, maybe the first time you called in, we discussed this, didn't we?
Probably. It's kind of a blur at this point.
We did. We discussed that this nursing school business was a mistake.
Right. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Now talk to me. Why are you now kind of? But listen, I can say this, that, and the other. But why are you, Michaela? Why are you thinking this right now? What's changed in the past couple of weeks that making you see things a little differently?
Well, frankly, it was the program, Leslie. What can I say?
Talk to me about that. Speak more on that. What about the program?
Well, I went to bed that night, and I've been calling in pretty much every time, and for whatever reason, when I'm actually busy, you end up having some sort of health issue. So I've technically called in every time, which is weird.
Right.
Anyway.
You have been. You've been a very doggedly committed explorer, and I'm very proud of you.
Oh, thank you. I don't need your praise. Anyway.
Well, you're going to get it anyway.
Okay. So, so I was lying awake at night, and your sort of piercing voice kept penetrating my ear like a mosquito, and you just kept repeating, don't do nursing, and I figured the only way that the voices would stop is if I gave in.
There's an old I don't know where it came from. It's some Eastern European parable it goes something like, the truth oft sounds but a mosquito.
I feel like you just made that up.
Nope.
Okay. Okay.
That's not things that I don't do that. I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
That's kind of, I consider that to be disrespectful that you just said that.
So wait, so you don't make up anything that you saw the quotes that you have?
I mean, those quotes, yeah. I mean, those are directly attributed to me. If I say someone else said some shit, listen, if I said it, I'm taking credit for it.
Oh, okay.
But if someone else said it, I'm gonna say that they said it.
Okay. Right. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So okay. So the truth of something in this program got into your soundscape, the mindscape,
Sure.
as a bit of a mosquito. And once you accepted this, it wore you down. Tell me about what happened. You mentioned your mental health. Now, what's that all about?
Well, have you ever heard of obsessive compulsive disorder?
I have indeed.
Yeah. So the only way I could make your little voice stop in my brain is if I just gave up.
You know what? I love that. I love how trinkets, namaste, and swaps sticker namaste to you. Welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Good to have you. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, okay. So you know what I love? Because tonight we are exploring, as you can see on the screen, optimizing the self and actualizing wellness. Now, everybody can go back and find the VOD that you first called in, and I told you that there was a bad idea to do nursing school. That it was gonna be bad news. It's not gonna work out. And talking about optimizing the self, ladies and gentlemen, it means a little something here. It means a little something specific here to optimize the self. Now, what I love about what you just said is that it acknowledges the truth of the program, right? It acknowledges the truth of the program while giving yourself plausible deniability and sort of giving and freeing yourself of responsibility for having to make your own decisions. Larry Picklejar, caller, as a future nurse, do you look forward to most having to wipe shitty asses, watch people die, or jerk off rich old guys who hire you as a private nurse?
I haven't done the last thing, but I did work in an assisted living facility, and there was this guy who had a catheter, and he would jerk off, and it would clog the catheter.
I've honestly never thought about that.
It's not a pretty sight, for sure.
I believe it. I believe it.
Diapers in the closet, yeah.
Also, I'll bet that old cum is kind of thick. And unpleasant. So, yeah. So listen, I listen. I know what I said earlier sounds sarcastic, but what I genuinely mean it. If you're gonna like listen to advice from someone, right? It's best to give yourself an escape hatch. Don't box yourself in. And I think you did exactly that. You did exactly the right thing. You sort of manifested guidance from me, Leslie, as a sort of invasive entity, and then also give yourself a mental. Did you have obsessive compulsive before? Is that your thing?
Yeah, no, it's like my thing that I put like on my dating profiles.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, good. Okay, cool. So it's reinforcing that. I love this. This is beautiful. I think you're doing the right thing. And so, any idea of what's next?
So, this just came to me in a vision as you were speaking. I think that it would be best if I just continually switch paths perpetually. So I'm basically like an animal in a cage in the dark that's just walking in a circle. And then I just die from exhaustion.
Ooh, I love that. I love that. Yeah. In a cage, who put the cage there, right?
I did.
Exactly. Well, listen, you've been terminated. Namaste by Hypocryptomatic. Hypo said, good night. Bye. Namaste. 708-240-8953. 708-240-8953. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight? Larry Picador, thank you so much for the gifted sub. Namaste.
Hey, Big Al, it's me, Jenny.
Jenny, welcome back to the program. How you doing tonight, hon?
All right, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm great. I'm having a fantastic night. It's good to hear from you. How how was your day today? Talk to me about that.
Actually, it was really good.
Uh-huh.
Excuse me. It was good. I moved around furniture and like blah, blah, blah. And my friend's staying here again.
That friend that you had to threaten to call the cops on? Listen, you've been terminated by night. Your namaste. Now you're saying bye-bye. Doesn't want to hear from Jen. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Man, fuck Jen. We got Michael in this bitch now. What's
Michael, young Michael, our bright shining star, young, our little honor roll student, graduating soon. Namaste, Michael. How you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing absolutely fantastic. You already know I'm graduating, and I'm graduating with all A's. So
all A's? Brother, nice. No, talk to me. All A's. Are you some kind of valedictorian or something?
Honestly, I think I might just be kind of smart. That's hard to say. Like, people these days, they be pretty stupid. I think I might be a little bit smart.
I think so. You got the smarts, you got the attitude, you got the wisdom, brother. You're everything is really looking good for you right now.
Everything's looking great.
Yeah, wonderful to hear that. Now, Michael, so today we're talking about optimizing the self to actualize wellness, and what that means. What that means is we're finding a way. The self being, the most fundamental vehicle for our conscious experience. Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Okay, so the self, and we're optimizing that. So what do we mean by optimizing that? We've got these aspects of the self that we are sort of fine-tuning, tweaking, putting in a right formation or correct order in order to put ourselves in position to actualize wellness. Brother Michael.
Pretty thought-provoking, Leslie. And, I do have some thoughts. I've been pondering upon this a little bit.
Go ahead, talk to me.
And I'd really have to say that something that really helps me personally is just eating, like, an orange. Because, like, it just helps. I don't know why. It just makes me happier, like, chemically. But it just like, eat a fruit or something. Like, whatever you're going through, it's not that bad. Just, like, eat a fruit, be happy. I don't know. Like, chill out, man. It's fine.
I don't understand what you just said. Yep, I shoot it like cats. Just BTW, I've sent 2,248 messages in the Discord. You've sent 2,629 just to keep score. I think Yep, I Sure Do Like Cats is talking to me. Yeah, so Yep, I Sure Do Like Cats has been here for about a month and has already eclipsed the number of messages that I've sent in the Discord. And
he's kind of obsessed.
What was that?
He's kind of obsessed. I can't lie. He's a bit of a fan.
Yeah. What can you say? 7th, Dragon Ball. Good to see you, 7th. Communal Vision from 7th tonight. Hey, caller, my kid just graduated kindergarten. How does it feel for you graduating and going to middle school next year? You going to ride on the big boy bus?
Well, I'd say that you're right, but I'm not graduating kindergarten or first grade or whatever. I'm, graduating high school, going to college. But yeah, I will be indeed riding the.
And you have pubic hair, right?
Yeah, of course.
Nice. A lot?
I don't shave. I don't need to.
A lot? You got a lot?
No, not a lot. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty smooth baby twink, but I still got some hair here and there because, with this voice I have, the testosterone had to go somewhere, so my hair does grow pretty fast, just not in a lot of places.
Yeah, so you got so you got a thick bush and that testosterone. So the rest of your body says hormonally is like keep it going, testosterone, not here. And so it's pretty much all going to your bush.
Yeah, the hair on my head, it's like a luscious lion's mane, hair on my pits, it's like jungle gym down there. But it's just nowhere. I can't grow facial hair. I can't do it. I don't know why.
Listen, brother, you and me both. I shave like once a week. Before starting the program, I used to really be concerned with my ability to grow a mustache or a beard or anything like this. I care no longer, for reasons we can get into at another time. But I just want you to know I understand the feeling.
I appreciate that.
So listen,
now, Leslie.
Yeah, talk to me.
I'm going through this week where I have to take finals. I hate finals because I have allergies. I'm sick, and I have to take finals, and it's awful.
Are you taking Zyrtec or Claritin?
I'm just taking some Tussin to get rid of the mucus. I'm not really big on pills, but
quick affirmation for fellas. Listen, you got allergy meds. Either take too much or don't take them at all.
Touch it.
Okay. Now, okay. So listen, and I would give you the same exact advice. You see, weirdly enough, I'm gonna sort of reframe this allergy situation for you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we know you get good grades. We know you're smart. Okay. So how about let's add to the stakes a little bit and risk fucking it up. Right now, you're not. This isn't a challenge for you. You're a bright kid, and you've got the skills for school. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, of course. Let's throw in the allergies, but let's up the stakes a little bit, right? And just let everybody know my allergies are real bad, and I am spiking my blood sugar all the time, right? I'm eating, a lot of processed sugars and carbs in order to kind of contribute to like my general, dissociative haze, or maybe just like, do you see where I'm going with this?
Of course. And that will actually work because on Wednesday I have 100-question anatomy test to do. 100 questions! What is that bullshit?
You know what? Somebody else just took an anatomy test and she's quitting school, and I'm so proud of her. Larry Picklejar, caller, do you do any good impressions?
No. Next question.
Now listen, so let's in terms of optimizing the self, this is what I fear for people in your position. Thank you so much, Nigel Pennyweather. God bless you, Michael, says Nigel Pennyweather. Also, Disciple shared a message. Caller, when you lose hair on top, it starts to grow on your face like nobody's business. Okay, so listen. One thing that I am genuinely concerned about with you, though, Michael, if I could get right down to it, is I am concerned that your
progress where?
Quick
Conserve
quote.
What?
Little quote.
In what direction and to what extent? Once again, far better to have a severe intellectual disability and a loaded gun than carry these fairy tales around.
And that was a beautiful quote from me. Thank you so much, Psyduck. And then, yep, I sure do like cats. Caller, if you need to remember the cranial nerves, remember this. O to touch and feel very good vagina, heaven.
That's true. I agree with that.
Okay. Now, so let's go ahead and get to the thing that I was going to say is like, I'm concerned about the ease with which you have been, achieving success, and I'm concerned about your spiritual health in light of that.
Really?
Yeah. Now, it is a common thing that we discuss here. Everybody welcome Sir Lurker and Sporky Spoon. Sir Lurker and Sporky Spoon, namaste and welcome to Explorations, the most effective personal power program in the country. Namaste to you both. Now, in its basis, Michael, this program, the reason it's so effective is not because it seeks to achieve through effort. It acknowledges that effort itself, in an objective sense, is pointless and achievement is impossible. Now, achievement in the short term, does it feel good? Oh, yeah. Success feels good because you were good when you do it. It's simple. And failure feels bad because you're bad when you do it. It's that simple. Disciple, 5 community subs from Disciple. Brother Disciple, extremely generous of you. Namaste to you. A brother of devoted light for a very, very long time now. And in addition to that, giving 5 community subs is a level of generosity that is humbling, truly humbling in my heart. I really appreciate that, Disciple. Namaste to you. Now, one thing about what I just shared with you is that it puts failures in a position to be very spiritually healthy because they are experiencing the truth of their own inadequacy, their own impotence on a daily basis. as somebody who's not smart, as somebody who's not likable, as somebody who's, disabled, who's this, that, and the other. Now, successful people, weirdly enough, as pleasurable as their lives, as more pleasurable as their lives are, they're weirdly enough in a handicap in themselves. Because they start feeling good and they start believing that deep down they are good and things will continue to go good. They become separate from the universe in this way. You see where I'm going with this?
I see. I understand where you're coming from, and I will say that in some light, I do agree with it. I do agree that my success could be considered a handicap. It could be considered something to yield towards, because if I win so much and then I lose, I'll basically die or whatever. It's like cyanide poisoning to the brain. Like I've done so much and now I can't do this and I'm dead. The fuck?
Listen, listen. I think you're real close to absolutely sliding into home base on that. Larry Picklejar, caller, as both a boring caller and a hairless weirdo, is there anything that makes you nervous about heading to college this fall?
I'd have to say only that I'm not going to be able to hang out with my friends as much because a big
Communal Vision from Pepperoncini. I cannot believe I'm giving you another fucking dime, but I saw you didn't unmod me on Discord. Don't worry about it. I'm leaving the Discord. Good luck getting someone to build your gay little software project. It's not me.
Oh my God, Pepperoncini, shut up.
Pepperoncini, shut up. Listen, brother, you have betrayed me. I consider any work that we've done together like a blight on me and a blight on the community. You made me look bad. You made the other moderators look bad. Pepperoncini, just fuck off. Just fuck off. Affirmation for fellows. Listen, the mountain can be tall and the winds can be swift. But remember that tomorrow is the ocean.
Spiritual.
Communal Vision from Psyduck. Before I started working on the program, I had truly sad emissions. Now that I've taken control of my life and given the power of nothingness and questioning everyone and everything, I can blast a hole straight through drywall with these powerful loads. Michael, what I'm saying is you should practice make kegels. Namaste. Larry Picklejar with a Communal Vision. Leslie Tanner, Claude version 4 is out. It's going to take Cheen's job and can help you. It's a win-win. Communal Vision from Night Year. Shout out to Explorer of the Month, Pepperoncini. Yeah, everybody shame Pepperoncini. I don't even know why. He's giving more bits. This is how pathetic he is. He's giving more bits. He's hanging out in the chat. He messaged me on Discord saying, "Oh, don't forget to unmod me here. I'm in the middle of a damn show right now."
Oh my God.
Okay, so listen. Just remember. Listen, I think what's really going to help you, though, if I could just kind of distill it down, you're going to get a big head, and to some point, it's unavoidable. But just remember how small and weak you are.
And Leslie, I did want to comment on that. I want you to know the program has helped me in a way that I cannot describe, because the program gives me a new perspective on the way that I do things. It's like you say all these things about doing nothing, questioning all, whatever. I think of it more as whenever you're doing something, no matter if it's good or bad, remix it, do it again, see what happens. Life is all about adventure and remixing your motives, remixing your actions. And honestly, you could use this with Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini's being a bitch. Just let him keep giving you money.
Michael, Young Lion, namaste to you. I really appreciate you being so generous with yourself tonight. Beautiful call. Beautiful. It's beautiful to talk to you, Michael. So when's graduation?
Graduation is Friday. I take the walk on Friday in the peak of the heat of Texas, and I hate it.
Let's go. Let's go, Michael. Namaste to you.
Let's go.
Listen, if we get a chance to speak to you, if we don't get a chance to speak to you before Friday, congratulations out there, and make sure you really bask in, the sort of the sadness and the unstoppability of the time that's flowing around you the entire time.
Of course. Now, I should probably get going, I don't want to hold back the other callers. I know my wisdom is appreciated and given much gratitude, but I know that other people have good things to say as well. Unless it's Jen, because Jen has nothing to say, and she is useless.
Namaste to you, brother. Namaste to you. Appreciate that little flourish at the end. Namaste to you.
I'll see you later, Leslie.
See you later, Michael. Young Lion Michael. Wow. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
I thought tonight was going to be a nice night. Do you want to do this tonight?
Do you want to do what?
Do you want to do this?
Do this? What's this?
You're going to have that young woman speak to me in such a way?
He's
when
free
I have things to say?
Do you care to respond? How'd that make you feel to hear all that? You've been terminated.
Night, I swear.
Night, you're saying good night. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Hey, Leslie, it's just me. Oh, my name's Miguel.
Your name is Miguel?
But I'm the hottest, I'm the hottest thing that you've ever seen, blah, blah.
Your name is Miguel and you're the hottest little thing I've ever seen?
Yeah. And because I know that I'm really smart and I just walk around like this, blah, blah.
Beautiful.
Okay, Leslie, it's me, Jenny.
Larry
it's
Picklejar, caller, let's do this, says Larry Picklejar.
Let's do it, baby.
Okay, so listen, welcome to Explorations. It's great to have you back on the program, Jenny. Your resilience and perseverance is noted. Night Year did just terminate you, but you're here. You're back.
It's a special night.
Night Year says, hey, caller, you sound like you give dollar blowjobs in Philly.
You know what? He just noticed me from a couple of years ago. It's no big deal.
Right.
So what?
No, Jenny. Let's get down to brass tacks, all right?
Yeah.
Tonight we're talking about optimizing the self to actualize our wellness.
Okay, well, I'd like to say something.
Go ahead.
This doesn't come lightly. Sometimes it hurts a lot when people are on for like 45 minutes and then they just keep talking about nursing or being better than everybody. And then they're a child and you don't know if you need to go save them. Are they being abused? Are they
Night Year with a communal vision. Hey, Jen, what's that movie with Arnold in it with like robots? The I'll Be Back or whatever.
Duh, it's Terminator.
And you've been terminated. Wow. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Hi, Leslie. It's your friend, Jenny.
Jenny, call him back. You're not letting a termination get you down. You're here. You're getting back up on your feet.
I haven't been in touch in a long time, and I
haven't.
Not. And Night Year, I see you. I don't really see him, though.
No, talk to me. Jenny, you said you had something to say about optimizing the self and actualizing wellness.
Yes.
So I'm not so 400 with a communal vision. Jen, how many dollar store chains are you banned from?
Okay, he's literally made that joke before, and none. I keep my shit straight.
Another communal vision from Night Year this time. She also hasn't been on her feet in a while based on those knee pads.
What knee pads? I was thinking about getting a new exercise machine with knee pads. Is that what you mean?
Peppercorn Patty giving out 5 community subs. Oh my Lord.
Oh, that's
Peppercorn.
Guess what?
Sister,
That's my Patty.
Sister Patty is newly deputized moderator, taking the place of kind of a very disrespectful moderator, Pepperoncini.
Wow.
Peppercorn Patty stepping up to the plate, also being very
Hateful
generous.
violence
Quote,
is almost always upsetting, and mass shootings are definitely another one of those times.
and I'll stand by that.
Can you
I'll
read
stand
it?
by that.
Can you
We're,
read-
we
can
we
you
are
read it to
not.
me?
We are not in support of mass, shootings. You turn on the news, you see a lot of these mass shootings, right? We say
We're
no.
definitely not somebody asking for too much TNA.
Poor single bit. Namaste to you. Psyduck with a gun. Thank you so much for those bits, by the way. Psyduck.
I'd like to say something. As a member of the community, and I'd like to say that I've been loyal. This is a heavy-duty night.
Communal vision from Larry Picklejar. Jen, are you jealous Michaela has at least 70 years left to live, or that she has something to look forward to in life when she wake up tomorrow?
Nicole, who?
Michaela?
Also, Larry. Okay, look, I don't know if I've told you this before, but I'm pretty intuitive, right?
Right.
It's like
You're
I can do
extremely
cards and,
intuitive.
the
You're
community.
extremely intuitive.
And he definitely needs plugs. And he
needs
I
what?
don't know why he plays this game. Plugs.
Plugs?
His hairline. And
I
that's
see what you're
okay.
saying.
It's just the angels just sent it to me as a message.
So you're clocking Larry as balding.
I would imagine so, yeah.
Interesting.
I would.
Cool. Well, listen.
Anyway,
So you said tonight's a heavy night. Let's get back to the theme. Let's get back to this theme because people are here. They're hungry for the tools. They're hungry for the next level that we speak about so frequently here. So let's get into it.
Because I just listened to a little boy trying to get his period for the last half hour, and before that, a little girl talking about, I don't know, maybe what somebody in her family did once a while ago in World War II that she had to go to the library about. She didn't even know how to work the library.
Right, and that upset you.
That wasn't me. That was
those conversations upset you.
I didn't want to become grumpy, but I don't. You know what? I'm being wrong. No.
Listen, no. Listen. Let me optimize this for you, okay? Let me help you.
Okay.
Let me help you. You say you're calling up. I see. You know what I hear? You call it grumpy, right? That's so diminutive. That's so dismissive.
That was my family.
Listen. You call yourself grumpy. You know what I hear? Boom, 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 boom. I hear a heartbeat. I hear a vivaciousness. I hear a virility. I hear a lust. I hear an animus. I hear a bitch.
Yes.
All right? I hear a bitch calling up and being a bitch. Now, listen. When I hear a bitch on the phone, talking to me on explorations, when I got a bitch in my ear, I'm not saying don't be a bitch. I'm saying yes, bitch.
Yes, bitch.
And I'm saying keep going, bitch.
Yes, bitch.
So listen, I don't want to hear you say, "Oh, I'm grumpy."
Thanks, little bitch.
I'm grumpy.
Thank you, little bitch.
That's right. Who else is a bitch?
I really don't feel like crossing lines, but you know what? I'm going to do it, Les.
Let's go.
Pepperoncini's a bitch.
How about that, Pepperoncini? How's that feel? Does that hurt?
That bitch doesn't have a sword, bitch.
Pepperoncini's a bitch. I love that. Larry Picklejar with a communal vision. Communal vision from Larry Picklejar. Bitch, did you get your meds stolen again next by your new roommate?
Aw, if you could spell right, it'd be so great. Guess what? All these bitches, Leslie, you know what I mean? You're just walking around, bitch, bitch, bitch. Bitch. Leslie. That lady's back in my house again.
I couldn't understand what you said. Say it again.
I said, that lady's back in my house again.
The lady's back in your house again?
Yeah.
Is this your friend?
I don't know if you would call it that anymore.
Larry Picklejar with a communal vision.
Yeah.
Bitch, did Sebastian steal your meds?
You remember that time when they called the coppers?
Right.
I was like, Matt, see, you need to come check this out. And then I was like, oh, they're right here. I just looked on the wrong table. Oh, boy, haven't we all been there?
No. Not. I mean, I know a lot of people have. I personally know a lot of people who have, but that is not a common experience, Jen. You have a certain kind of lifestyle that leads to that.
Well, I've chosen to, the coppers tried to get me so many times that now I use it, not try to get me, they didn't get me, but now I use them at my expense. I'm like, I can't lay this rug out. Come by.
You can't live what?
911. Roll the rug out, like, under my bed, because it's a king, and, like, the rug was going to get wrinkled and shit.
So you called 911?
Yes, I did.
That's awesome.
Yes, I did. Thank you.
Well,
I feel like they owe me quite a bit.
Did they laugh when they realized what was happening?
The one guy did. It was kind of like out of the movies. One guy was like the straight guy, you know what I mean? And one guy was like the ooh, 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 like having a good
You've been
time,
terminated.
You know what I mean? It was like
708-240-8953. 708-240-8953. Okay, Jenny, real quick.
Got him. Okay, so anyway, listen. So
okay, yeah, wrap it up.
Because, like, I've been arrested. Oh, you wrap it up.
You wrap it up.
You wrap it up.
You wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
You've been talking for a long time. Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. You listen to a 13-year-old talk about his frigging exams in middle school.
It was boring.
Before that. What?
It was boring. I'll admit it. Framweird, more like crap it up, LOL.
That was a good one. All right, Leslie, fine. I wanted to catch up and, like, whatever. And make it, like, whatever. It doesn't even matter.
Listen, Sister Jenny, listen. I'd love to catch up with you.
No, you're making me mad right now.
I'm making you mad.
Yeah.
Night Year, Jen, if your dead dad wrapped it up, we wouldn't be having these problems now, would we?
So he's been around since then. That was a doozy, wasn't it?
What, when your dad died?
Yeah, that was a doozy.
That was a doozy. That was a colorful chapter.
I've got to tell you that the community, and I'd like to say something Night Year, and I hope you feel like a piece of shit, was I thank God for the community during that time, because that was I'd like to say not my favorite chapter.
We do a lot here. We 100%. I'm glad we could be here for you. Larry Picklejar, caller, what advice do you have for when Michaela has to work with dementia patients?
She's not working with them. She's a baby, and she shouldn't see the torture that happens at the end of a person's life quite yet. She should absolutely not be at that stage yet at all. Because it gets crazy.
I'm telling you, there's something wrong about her being a nurse. It's not right.
Okay. Guess what? Hand up.
All right, 30 seconds. Go.
Hand up.
30 seconds.
All right, here it goes. So tonight, my friend told me that her mother with dementia kept talking about people barbecuing in her backyard, if you know what I mean. And she kept yelling out there. I said that they couldn't do it tonight. And then her husband said, well, then why don't you go tell him? Which is hilarious because and then she went to the window and she's like, hey, stop. And she's like, I don't want to do it. You do it. And then she said, there's a boat out there and it has 9 babies. 1, 2, 3. And she did it like 3 times. 9 babies in a boat.
Beautiful. Thanks so much, Jenny. Appreciate your energy. Namaste.
All right, figure out what.
Guys, I got to piss. It's pee break time. Poor called it. Ladies and gentlemen of Explorations, I have to urinate, and it is that time. So, guys, This is that sort of midway point of the program. We'll get back after my pee break, take some more calls, get into some more exciting tools by which to transform our lives here on Explorations with Leslie Tanner. But in the meantime, please enjoy a couple words about my community of devoted light at patreon.com that you can join just for a couple dollars a month. Avail yourself to the podcast, lectures, videos, monthly postcard, music downloads, and so much more. But in the meantime, guys, I'll be right back in a little bit. Namaste to you. I'll see you on a couple minutes.
Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Since Leslie and his program broke onto the scene, Explorations has become the #1 best-selling and most influential personal power program in modern history. Millions of people from all over the world have gotten a chance to meet this truly remarkable man and utterly transform their lives with the power of Explorations.
I listened to this introductory tape and I knew then and there, this is what I needed. I felt just so much better knowing there are a bunch of people out there suffering like me.
I'm not kidding you. I think after the first tape, I knew, okay, I'm gonna be fine.
I got such relief from the very beginning, starting the program.
Now that you've gotten a taste of what this program is capable of, it's time to show you how to take your life to the next level. Here to tell you more about what is possible is legally licensed clinical therapist, author, coach, speaker, entrepreneur, martial artist, amateur musician, one of the nation's foremost thinkers, and our guru, Leslie Tanner.
Good evening, everyone. Whether you've been with us since the very beginning and have watched Explorations work wonders in your life, or you're joining us for the first time tonight, I say namaste to you. As you've watched Explorations in action during our call-in show, no doubt your mind is reeling from the limitless potential you now know is possible. Between the tailored themes and lectures, to the myriad avenues of exploration through the channel points, to the customized ways to interact with me and the community, there simply has never been anything quite like this program. Now is usually the point in one of these self-help programs where it starts to sound like a sales pitch. Someone like me might normally say something like, "Listen, I know your time is precious. Let me cut to the chase." But there's only one problem with that. We know your time isn't precious. I could speak at length for hours and hours about absolutely nothing, and I still wouldn't be wasting your time because, well, you're here, looking for a fast, all-encompassing solution to the problems in your life that have become so intolerable, you're not sure what you're going to do. You may be considering any number of extreme decisions, ranging from short-term band-aids to more permanent solutions. However, as dark and bleak as your situation is, so too must our tools be bright and revolutionary. So whether you're tired and looking for more energy and enthusiasm for life, or maybe you're lonely and isolated but want better relationships, let me tell you that for these things and so much more, my breakthrough program of explorations to explore the universe and beyond really works. It's worked for elite performance athletes, critically acclaimed artists, best-selling authors, entrepreneurs, and for thousands of others just like you. I have been blessed by the universe for a brief moment that I now command upwards of $50,000 for speaking engagements. But through the technology of this program, you can hire me, Leslie Tanner, as your personal therapist, coach, and guru, all rolled into one at the Community of Devoted Light on patreon.com, where you and thousands of others just like you are learning to leverage the chaos around them to catapult their lives to heights that were previously unimaginable. Here's how it works. I've created a tightly knit community where individuals seeking to access the next level are able to study, reflect, meditate, and grow with an ever-expanding library of exclusive materials, each containing life-changing tools and techniques designed to explore topics covered here in our call-in show, but much more deeply, therefore increasing the benefits of the program exponentially. These materials include your name in the credits at the end of the stream, demonstrating the importance of your leadership and the value of your investment. A signed personal postcard sent out each month full of observations and witticisms by me, Leslie Tanner. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Exclusive video materials now available to the poor, designed to rocket your progress past those who cannot afford success. Here's a little sneak peek at what you're missing.
Oh, hi. I almost didn't see you there. It's Leslie Tanner, host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. You might have noticed that it's nighttime. That's because I like to come outside and do some nighttime thinking.
Downloads of all specially crafted music used in our productions here and elsewhere that have accompanied your journey thus far. Tracks such as New Beginnings, Psychic Romance, Reaching into Darkness, or The Skeptic's Gamble. Exclusive archival prints such as these, channeled and honed by myself, Leslie Tanner, upon which you can guide your own meditations at home. I'm not an artist, nor do I claim to be. These visions are a burden and cause me immense suffering. But I do it for you. Now, you might expect that a program like this would cost thousands of dollars, but because I'm offering this to you through the internet, these life-transforming materials can be yours for the monthly cost of a few cups of coffee on your way to work. With access to these materials, regardless of your level of investment, you will also be receiving a complimentary download of our landmark track, The Sojourn Begins, as a thank you. So does this sound good to you? Well, what are you waiting for? If you are ready to join the thousands of others who have already committed to the final journey to access the next level, simply type Final Journey into the chat and you will be guided with further instructions. One thing I can promise you is that however massive your problems are, however abject and humiliating your life has become, I have created something so simple yet so profound in this program, you'll be absolutely flabbergasted by the results. Now, let's get back to the program. Namaste.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. It's me, Leslie. That was a couple words about my community of Devoted Light at patreon.com. My brothers and sisters of Devoted Light know who they are in the chat right now. We have a good time over there. And it's a place, a place to have a very special time with each other. A time and a space to really dive in to the deep end of what makes this program so effective. Some really beautiful gems over there. Hours of podcast, many videos, VHS tapes, etc., etc. If you feel called to join tonight, let tonight be the night. Stand up and answer the call. It's not for everyone. It's not for everyone, and it won't be for everyone. It's not designed to be for everyone. Some people just are poor and their lives suck, and they will continue to suck, and they're going to suffer more, and they'll die sooner, and that'll just be the end of it. But those of you called to have a more authentic and enriched life, with an act of truly becoming yourself, or yourself that you know is waiting to be expressed, a tulip waiting to blossom, then I'm telling you that tonight can be your night. You can begin your final journey tonight. ! Final journey into the chat. Namaste, everybody. So how's everybody doing? We're at that point. We're at that point of the night. Really fun stuff. Before I turn the line back on, I just like to take a moment and sit with you. I just like to take a moment and sit with you vibrationally and just kind of feel what's happening in the air with each other. We've had a pretty fiery night tonight, haven't we? Haven't we, ladies and gentlemen? No, the piss felt great. Thanks for asking. The piss felt wonderful. I appreciate your concern. We're having a good night, though, tonight. I can feel a lot of energy. I can feel a lot of excitement and interest in the chat right now, which I really appreciate. I want you to know how much I appreciate every single. I want to send a very special acknowledgement, greeting, and appreciation to a special aspect of this community that I don't feel like gets sort of pointed out and singled out enough. And that's my lurkers. Now, I see anywhere between maybe 20 and 30 usernames. The average has been about where it's at right now. At our midpoint, it's been getting up to about here, at the midpoint. And on average, again, I see an average of chatters, maybe about 30, maybe up most, maybe 40. That leaves 80 to 90 lurkers in the chat. 80 to 90 individuals in the chat right now, here to bask in the effectiveness and the simplicity and the warmth and clarity of this program. To mix the fun with the play, the work hard, play hard. You guys in the back staying silent, I want you to know how important you are to me. I want you to know how much of an inexpendable part of this community you are. I genuinely, truly, in the bottom of my heart, cherish your presence. And I want to take this moment to acknowledge you and your contribution here at Explorations. Abalone, namaste to you. Thank you so much for that single bit. Brother Abalone, good to see you. Good to see you, Brother Abalone. Dark Cloud 9 blessings. Oh, that's not me. I don't do that ever. Namaste, Dark Cloud 9. Damn, Leslie, I'm psychic. See, do you see the kind of color and vigor that we have in our lurkers? Not every community has that. There's something to it. There's something to the style of lurking, right? And you come up and you burst up and your presence ends up asking more questions than it answers. It ends up confusing people. What kind of person is this? Dark Cloud 9. What kind of person is that? Who knows? But to the back he fades again. To the back he fades again. Namaste. Now, guys, it's been a beautiful evening. Lots of fire, lots of heated personalities coming to the fore and expressing themselves, which I really enjoy. I really enjoy and appreciate that. I've also contributed a little bit of that tonight with my dishonorably unmodding Pepperoncini tonight, who abused his privileges. I appreciate the explorer that pointed this out to me. Shall remain anonymous, and I appreciate you sending your report in. and bringing that to my attention, because that's one thing I won't tolerate. That's one thing I won't tolerate is somebody that I trust to lead, to set an example, abusing their privileges. I'm not gonna tolerate that. It makes me look bad. It makes the other moderators look bad. Yeah, go back. Yeah, Dark Cloud, you just go back to your thoughts, okay? You just go back to your thoughts. So you don't worry about everything up here, all right? Don't you worry about who's driving the bus or who's sitting in that front seat. You just head on back to that back seat. Namaste to you. Godspeed claiming Pepperoncini abused him. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name's Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Hey, this is Ding.
Ding, namaste to you. How you doing tonight, Ding?
It's Dean.
Dean, good to hear from you, Dean.
Thank you.
How are you? How you doing? How you feeling?
I'm a little miffed, to be honest.
A little miffed. Talk to me, miffed.
You know, I don't really know how to actualize myself. Don't really know who myself is.
Interesting. Well, talk to me about that. Actualizing the self. Now that's a therapy buzzword, right? You've heard that get thrown around therapy circles before,
I've never been. Wouldn't know.
Or I mean, have you heard, like, seen it in some article? Hear somebody that wants to appear smart say it or anything like that?
I think I've seen it on the sides of buses sometimes.
Right, yeah, right. And what kind of vibe? What kind of vibe do you get from it when you see it or hear it?
I ignore it. I don't think I need that.
You ignore it, but what's that initial feeling? You read it. What's your initial reaction, though, emotionally?
Words kind of confuse me, so I just try to keep going. I got to get where I'm going.
Okay, yeah. Are you kind of dumb?
No, I don't think so. But
okay.
I mean, if you ask, my wife, I've heard things like that.
Okay, so your wife thinks you're dumb, but you don't.
I think she's dumb.
You think your wife is dumb? Interesting. Okay.
She doesn't even know my name. She keeps calling me Ding.
Okay. Well, you just said your name was Dean.
My name is Dean. She keeps calling me Ding.
So your name is Dean, but she calls you Ding with a G.
Yeah.
So why are you still with her? What's going on there?
Well, I met her when I was in the Philippines about 25 years ago.
Okay.
So I really can't do any better than that, I think, is why I'm still with her.
Okay. So you're kind of, this is where somebody in my position might normally say something to the effect of, oh, we got to work on your self-confidence, right? You deserve better. But maybe you don't. Maybe you're right.
I mean, maybe you guys should hang out, because it sounds like you guys both want to call me Ding.
Well, listen, you're giving off a Ding kind of energy right now.
Yeah, you sound like her.
Well, listen, okay, this is an interesting development. Now, acting as essentially as your guru or your therapist or whatever you want to call me, you have now this is what we call transference. Have you ever heard that phrase? Does that word confuse you?
Sometimes when I'm on the bus, I got to do a transference.
Yeah, so not like that. No. What we're talking about is you transferring the feelings of a certain relationship over and on to me, who is essentially serving as a blank slate, so to speak. Not actually a blank slate, but now I'm your wife, and you feel like now are you sexually attracted to your wife?
You or my real wife?
Ding, do you know a Ding Chavez?
Ding, is he Filipino too?
That's from Framway Yard. No, I don't know. Maybe that's possible, I guess.
Well,
Well,
my
you
wife is
know,
Filipino.
you know a lot of Filipino guys named Ding.
Just me when my wife calls me.
Real quick affirmation for fellows. Maybe you shouldn't feel good about yourself. And there's strength in that. There's clarity in that.
Yeah.
Now, OM Godspeed Guru, this Godspeed, I'm in need of some immediate guidance over. Well, get in line. Call up the line. Or use the bits properly. TV Party, namaste. It's great to see you, TV Party. Blessings. Now, Dean.
Yes.
You said you can't do better. Talk to me about that. Make a case. Why can't you do better than your wife who disrespects you?
Well, I had to go to the Philippines just to find her. So
you don't even really know where she's at. And I'll say the same thing for women. Maybe you shouldn't feel good about yourself. There's strength and clarity in resonating as a piece of shit.
Women can be pieces of shit too.
Absolutely. And I think, brother, don't get me going. Don't get me going on my slow soapbox.
Don't get me going.
Well, listen, talk to me. Why? Okay. So you're kind of ducking the question. Why don't you deserve better than your wife who is not in your life? She's somewhere in the Philippines. You have no idea. She calls you the wrong name, disrespects you. Why can't you do better?
She is actually here. She's not in the Philippines. I met her in the Philippines when I was on tour there.
Okay. So listen, just to be clear, I'm on your side. I think I agree with you that you can't do better than your Filipino wife. Why can't you do better? What about you?
I got a thing for Filipino girls. I don't know. She kind of does it for me.
And so you can't. Okay, interesting. So we took a different quick affirmation for these. I'll say it to you guys too. Stop putting pressure on yourself to be strong, to be confident. You might just be a piece of shit. I'm gonna give one more to the days. We need to spend another one for the days. 1 second. I'm telling you right now, you of all people should reject the tyrannical regime of healing. Okay, so, but listen, let's go back though. You're ducking it again. You said I can't do better. There was a tone of like self-effacement. There was a tone of, of low self-worth there. It might be accurate though. So that's what I want to explore with you right now. What's going on? Why are you accepting this disrespect in your home? I know you've got you're sexually attracted to the fact that she's ethnically Filipina. I believe you there and don't blame you, certainly.
You know what I'm talking about.
I'm in no position to blame anyone for that position. But I know what you're talking about. But I want to drill down on this on this. I want to optimize. I want to help you optimize yourself to actualize some wellness. So talk to me. Why are you not? Why are you not worth more?
Well, I kind of think she's right.
Yeah, speak on that. How is she right? How is she right?
Well, she's supporting my whole life right now.
Okay, so she's bankrolling you. Disciple says, wait till he meets the Filipino mother-in-law.
Say again?
Disciple said, wait till he meets the Filipino mother-in-law.
I'll never do that. I'm never going back to the Philippines.
Interesting.
She can stay over there.
Okay, so that's see. This is the first concrete thing that we've gotten to, and I'm so glad that we did, because she pays for everything in your life, and she calls you by the wrong name as a sign of disrespect. And does this sexually excite you as well?
It does something for me. I'm not sure what, but the humiliation is for sure a part of it.
Right? Does she say like, yeah, fuck me with that weak little dick or something like this?
But she says stuff like, Dean, you fucking idiot. You need to get a job. And I have to tell her, bitch, my name is Dean. Why don't you get a job?
Huh. Well, it sounds like she's got a job and you don't.
Yeah, she's a professor at Rutgers.
So this sounds like I as your therapist cannot say that you deserve to feel better about yourself.
I thought you were supposed to be on my side.
I am. You think you're a piece of shit. I agree. You're right. Everything that we've said bears out.
You're right. I did say that.
Yeah, you did. And I believe you. And there's strength, as I said before, there's strength and clarity in the resonance as that. So basically, I'm proud of you. And, I want you to just kind of think about that. Explore that as an identity.
Maybe I am Ding? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, maybe you are Ding. You're in no position to demand that anybody show you like a genuine respect.
This sounds true. I've been hearing this a lot.
You're a little shit boy who deserves disrespect.
Yeah. Can you do it in a little Filipino accent?
Ooh,
I think you can do it. I believe in you.
To be honest, I've it's been so long since I've been around. I'm trying to think the last time I was around.
I don't believe that one bit.
It's been so long since I've been around. There was a Filipino boy in my town in Indiana. Filipino family.
Indiana's got a lot of Filipinos. I can put you in touch.
No, that's okay. I don't want to. No, I'm all set. I appreciate that though. Well, listen, I think we had a good call. I think we optimized yourself. You were confused at the beginning of this call as to whether you were, a little shit, and you thought that you deserved to be called your real name, Dean, but you don't, and you're accurate, and I'm on your side. Disciple says, wait, she's a professor? Okay, you want to be dominated and you like the insults.
Yeah, she's a professor of forensic anthropology at Rutgers.
Yeah. No, and you don't have a job. Listen, then I'm
retired.
You're retired?
Yeah.
You got a youthful voice. How old are you?
I'm like 47. I got Bitcoin money. But I lost it all. And now I'm just living off the Social Security.
I mean, keep sailing. I mean, it sounds like you got something that works. You get to be humiliated. She likes taking care of you on some level. I just ride it out until the wheels fall off. All right.
All right. I'll give it a shot.
All right. Namaste to you, Ding.
Namaste.
Yeah, forensic anthropology just sound made up. That's a good point, Grand Plugger. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Now, I just have one thing to say. If Jen keeps coming at me with that attitude, when she's 90 and I'm a doctor because I'm so smart, I'm pulling the plug, all right? Namaste, Leslie. Good night.
Namaste, young Michael. Michael the Lion calling in saying, basically just telling Jenny to go fuck herself. Telling Jenny to go fuck herself. Namaste. Blood at YouTube saying the wheels are off that bus for sure. It might be getting there. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Hi, Leslie. This is Ashley.
Ashley, great to hear from you, hon. How you doing?
Fine. How are you?
I'm doing fantastically. I'm having a very energetic evening. As I've seen, you've been in chat the whole night, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. Very fun evening, wouldn't you say?
You were riled up like right away.
I know. It was juked up. Juked right the heck up. Sometimes that Celsius really does it. You drink Celsiuses?
No, I can't drink energy drinks because they make my chest hurt.
Talk to me about that. What energy drinks make your chest hurt?
I think I tried Red Bull one time, and after that, it was done for me. I never attempted again.
Oh yeah, Red Bull's like is like titty milk.
Listen, I can do coffee. That's it for me. That's enough. I'm good. I don't need more energy than that.
Right. How much coffee do you drink?
I drink about 2 coffees a day.
Okay.
Sometimes another decaf as well.
Okay, right on. So, yeah, I mean, the Celsius is about like 2 coffees in a can. Plus plus all the like vitamin B and the biotin and is there taurine in this? No,
probably.
Not this one. No taurine.
Probably niacin. Is there niacin?
There's niacin.
It gives you like the hot flush. I don't like that either.
I love it.
I don't want to drink something that fucking makes my face feel hot when I drink it. Why would I want that?
To feel alive?
I mean, I think I've had enough of that. Thank you.
Interesting. I think I've had enough of that. Speak on that. That is an interesting thing to say, Ashley. Speak on that.
Oh, you know how I am. Come on.
Yes, I understand. We have a shorthand understanding, but for the listeners, I think they could really benefit from hearing this bear out just a little bit. Put a little bit of meat on the bones.
Oh, I'm just a very I really wish I didn't have a meat body. Like if I could choose to have be transferred into like a robot or like a computer or something like that, I would do it in a heartbeat.
I love that. If you could transfer your whole shit into a computer, a robot, okay, so how about this though? Let me throw this to you. If you could have your consciousness analyzed, right?
Uh-huh.
And a sort of reproduction of that in a digital realm created and allowed to kind of do whatever, would you just do that? And then kind of peace out over here?
Because how would I ensure that I had control of that? Could somebody just keep me alive forever? I wouldn't want that either. I'd have to be conscious forever. Maybe. I hate it now. What? No.
So this is 2 different problems then. Ashley. We're talking about...
I know. Hey, you
right.
Didn't ask. You didn't say how many problems do you have.
Right, I know. You're right. You're 100% right about that. But it bears sort of kind of underlining a little bit that before we were talking about sort of resentment of the corporeal body, this vessel. But now we're talking about then you admitted a resentment of consciousness on some level.
It's both, yes, both.
Interesting. Do you see those 2 things as related or just kind of parallel? They just kind of put them next to each other. Problems you got.
For me, they're parallel, but I'm sure for other people they're related. Well, I mean, no, I don't know. They're related. They're more closely related than I thought. I just have such a terrible time with being in my meat body that I don't think I can, think of a consciousness where that's not connected. I've never experienced that.
Right.
That's like asking fish, like, could you live without the water? What are they going to say? They don't know.
No, but I would, if I was working with fish, I would get them to admit that they resented the water.
They wouldn't even know they wouldn't understand the absence of water, because the only time they didn't have water, they'd be gasping for breath. Like, no, you wouldn't.
I'm saying give me 6 weeks.
You're being conceited. That's you being conceited.
Give me 6 weeks and a Holiday Inn banquet, a banquet hall to do a seminar with some dolphins and some of those like super smart octopuses. We'll find an understanding. I will deliver explorations to aquatic sentience.
There's a movie called Faults, and it's about a former cult deprogrammer who has been like lost his reputation and kind of like goes around shilling at Holiday Inns, and I think you should watch it. It reminds me a little bit of you.
What's it called?
In a good way. It's called Faults.
Faults. Where do I find this?
I don't know. I watched it on Amazon Prime. I don't know if it's streaming on anywhere.
Faults. Well, duly marked. If you share maybe a trailer in the Discord, I think maybe we would all enjoy this.
I think we would. It reminds me of you and a little.
Well, listen. Right now, Natmish is talking shit to me. Natmish, go to bed. Go to sleep.
Oh, wait. No, I have a question. Is your P.O. box climate controlled?
No. Not that I'm aware of, no. Well, definitely not, because Beeps sent these Petri dishes that to like fuck around and like grow bacteria cultures in or something. And for some reason, I didn't get them until too late, and they had like little stuff developed on them already.
Well, how often do you check it? If I send chocolates for Mish, do you think like you'd get to it before they're completely ruined? I don't know.
Oh, that'll be fine. No. It's not too hot.
Okay.
That'll be fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If you send. If you just send. Yeah. 100%. So listen. Ashley, one thing that's I've been impressed with you. I've been impressed with you since day one when you showed up. On accident, you kind of wandered in here and really took to the program like a natural, if I may say so.
Thank you.
And
I was more like tricked. I didn't wander in. I was more like I was tricked to come in.
You were tricked. You were tricked by a certain explorer here, brother of devoted light.
Double crossing.
Now, but one thing I want to point out to the chat right now is, in the spirit of your being a natural, one expression of this is the conversation we've had already. We talked first like 3.5 minutes. You started talking about how you resent your body, right? You shared a little bit about that. Disciple with a communal vision. Jen, stop messaging me. I will not meet and make out with you! ! Interesting stuff. Thanks, Disciple. Appreciate that. Now, then, without even trying, we arrived at a completely different problem. Your resentment of being conscious as separate from being a physical being. Now, the thing is, all night tonight, I've had to work deliberately and patiently with caller after caller to optimize the self in order to actualize their wellness. But I want to give you your recognition that you deserve, that you essentially, just through a couple back and forth with old Leslie, you were able to optimize yourself and actualize your own wellness through the program. I want to commend you for this. Actually, this is a rare quality.
Thank you. I try.
Yeah, tremendous stuff. I would say, I believe you. But I think you're also saying that you try because you don't know what else to say. I think it's coming naturally out of you to be this, poorly adjusted, to have these problems and to be aware of them. And I think this is a very positive trait in my opinion as a therapist. Because you heard me try to wrangle the cats the first couple calls.
Yes.
You heard me try to talk these jackals into just thinking about anything for more than 15 seconds before rambling on about some random bullshit nobody wanted to hear about.
I could try to be more entertaining. I could ramble.
No. You are doing a terrific job. You're doing a fantastic job. Quickly becoming a bright shining star here. So you have nothing to worry about in that respect. You just keep driving straight. Greg Lobster, welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll try.
Yeah. So listen. Well, before you go though, I do want to let you know I've been brainstorming about this billboard.
Okay.
Billboard situation. I have one idea. A picture of me. And some phrases that say, "You tried, you failed, now what?" And then theprogramworks.com.
I mean, I like it. I would like to see the pictures because I think that you really have to nail that part.
Okay, it'd mainly be a sort of.
Anything.
It would be like a sort of headshot, like a sort of mid chest up.
Yeah. Yes.
Smile, but not like an eager smile.
No, I don't think you need to be. You maybe not even showing teeth. Maybe not.
Yeah, maybe just like a ineffable confidence.
Yes, you want to look content. And don't go above that energy level, I don't think.
No.
You don't want to give too much away for free. They need to work to see anything else, more from you. You don't want to look like a whore. Yeah.
No. Yeah, you can't listen.
Only whores show teeth.
Whores show teeth. Only whores show teeth. Ashley.
Yeah.
Wow. Only whores show teeth.
Absolutely.
Everybody write that down. Clip it and ship it. Write that down. Only whores show teeth. Wow. Ashley, you're on fire tonight.
And I think Mish can help you pick out a cute little outfit.
Mish will have nothing to do with that.
Oh, what? No, she will. I know she will.
No. Mish.
Hey, Mish. Pick him out an outfit, Mish.
No, that's not. I dress myself.
Dress him, girl. I don't believe you.
You better believe it.
Okay.
You better believe it.
Maybe sometime.
Listen. If Mish could, to be honest with you, let's be honest about Mish's attitude towards explorations. Sometimes, lately it's been good. But how long has it been that good? Not that long. It wasn't that long ago that she would call up, tell people to unfollow, unsubscribe, talk shit about the program all the night long, be extremely disrespectful, and really unpleasant. Really unpleasant.
Oh, I don't believe that.
Well,
you're biased. You have a negative bias.
Or is it accurate? Who can tell? I'm telling you right now, as the creator, host, and founder of Explorations with Leslie Tanner, she's been flying straight lately, though. I will give her that.
Yeah, she's a good mod. I think she does very well in the chat too.
Good, not great. Let's say that.
Well, she hasn't creeped yet, so.
That's true. She hasn't abused her privileges. Family Yard, Kook, who's your favorite Spice Girl or Wu-Tang Clan member?
Oh, I mean, I haven't thought about that. I like their music. I haven't thought about who would be my favorite. I guess Scary Spice. She managed to get pregnant by Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
And
you
fought her on
you
the
admire
paternity
that.
and lost.
You admire
Yeah.
that.
I mean, oh yeah, yes.
Getting knocked up by Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Okay. Admirable trait, letting Eddie Murphy come inside of you.
Yeah, and I also think it's funny when somebody tries to fight paternity and it turns out to be theirs.
Oh, did that happen?
It's a good fuck you. Oh yeah. They fought for like years over that.
Oh, interesting.
Fuck you. Don't bust inside a woman and deny it. You know what you did.
Interesting.
I know nothing about Wu-Tang.
Make up a name.
Jelly Roll.
Perfect. All right. Well, let's go ahead and call it right there. Namaste to Ashley. Thank you so much for being so generous with yourself tonight.
Oh gosh, give me just a sec.
Okay.
What is your favorite type of animal?
Probably a centaur.
Oh, that's cool. They rape.
They
That's
rape?
what they're known for. Yes.
Centaurs rape?
Yes. Yes. I swear to God, look it up.
I mean, all animals rape.
No, but they're known for raping.
Known more than like chickens?
Yes.
Chickens rape.
They're known for walking around with a giant erection and they rape people.
Ducks rape. There's all there. Listen, I don't think you want to litigate that. I don't think you want to go into the animal kingdom and start litigating rape.
Well, maybe you should, because I'm not afraid of a duck's penis.
How feminist is that of you? If you're a female duck, you're going to be afraid of a duck penis.
Listen, everything. Well, I'm not a duck. Everything I do is feminist. Namaste.
Namaste. Not more feminist than me. Namaste. Cougar Pie, 25 gifted subs. Extremely generous of you. Setting off a Jazz Express. Namaste to you, everybody. Wow, wow, wow. Cougar Pie. Ashley, namaste to you. So beyond generous of you. I really cherish our journeys as they have coalesced here through the program of explorations. Namaste to you. We're better for your presence here. A little bit of a late night tickle. Namaste, everyone. Thank you so much for that single bit. Blessings and namaste. Beautiful evening that we're having with one another. It's great to be with you. It's great to see you. You know, we're really putting a nice little bookend on the evening, huh? Putting a nice little bookend on the end of the evening, huh? Really gorgeous stuff. Really gorgeous stuff. I just noticed Cougar Pie said I was trying to set that up. I think what she was referring to was trying to set up 25 community subs while saying that I was like pro-rape or something. Is that what you're trying to set up? 'Cause I'm not. I'm anti that. I'm anti-rape. So you're not going to get me. Namaste. Blessings to you. Namaste. So okay, interesting. Fram saying if you were really anti-rape, you'd genocide the centaurs. If I was anti-rape, I would genocide an entire species. First of all, they're mythical. Let's let that be known. Boney S, 100 bits. Namaste to you, Boney S. So being pro or anti, and you know that's what a perfect liberal stance. What a perfect liberal stance. If you were anti this very real and very negative and violent thing, if you were truly against that, you would participate in a farce of expressions of power. You would participate in a castrated fantasy sports cosplaying situation. A far cry from anything that could be called political in a genuine sense. What a perfect liberal response. Really showing your colors. Really showing your colors. You might as well just tell me, if you were anti-rape, you better vote. You better vote. You better get Deion Sanders on your fantasy football league. Look at these snowflakes in the chat right now, shitting their pants. Shitting their pants. No, you're not being silenced. You're talking right now, Fram. You can't be silenced if you're talking, Fram. And again, this is not, what a perfect liberal response. What a perfect liberal response. I'm being silenced while actively talking. I'm being oppressed while actively not being oppressed. Checkmate. Checkmate. I'm literally standing here saying nothing. You're talking right now, Fram. Not Mish, do you know how this works? Do you know how a stream works? Sweetheart, let me tell you a little something about how this works. I'm Leslie. Explorations with Leslie Tanner is my program. I speak. Okay? That's how it goes. Yeah, is there sometimes a connection with chat? Yeah, sure. Yeah, sometimes there's a connection with chat. Does there need to be a connection with chat? Does it mean I'm less right? Does it mean that I'm providing less clarity? Does it mean that the program's not working? If I'm not having a direct one-on-one conversation with the entire chat? Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Hello, Leslie. This is RFK Jr. How are you doing?
I'm not playing this game. Who are you?
This is RFK Jr.
Oh, you've been terminated, RFK. Bummer. Not playing that. Not playing that. You want help? You want guidance? You want the program? Here I am. Too late in the night to be playing those games. 708-240-8953. Optimizing self, actualizing wellness. Frem, no. Frem, this is healthy. This is healthy, brother. This is healthy. This is exactly the kind of stuff this program is trying to bring out, trying to achieve. Two masculine men sort of stomping around, huffing and puffing, kicking up dirt. It's exactly what this world needs. Namaste to you, Frem. I genuinely bow to the divinity in you, or whatever. Hmm. 708-240-8953. Are we nervous? Are we afraid? Are we nervous? Are we afraid? There we go, Fran. There we go. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Leslie, I think we had a bit of a disconnect earlier. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Who is this?
This is Robert F. Kennedy Jr. How are you doing?
Okay. Well, RFK, hi. I'm doing all right. How are you doing? What do you want to talk about?
I'm doing fantastic, Leslie. I was just actually calling into the program because we've been studying your Twitch channel
right
a lot in the newer administration, and it's very powerful what you're doing here. Me being appointed by he who shall not be named, I've been trying to put the feelers out as it is with the youth community, and you have been brought up multiple times as an influential being, and so I think you are in a powerful position in order to make our youth less generally retarded. That's a big thing that we've been talking about in
you guys have been using the word retarded?
Absolutely, because so many people are afraid to use this term, Leslie. But we're trying to bring the word back, and not in a negative sense, but in a as you know.
Thank you so much to my mod. Thank you so much to my community of devoted light. Pepperoncini, except for pepperoncini. RFK, we'll talk later.
Is also retarded.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we can say, yeah.
We want to offer you a position on the board, Leslie, is what I'm talking about. So I'll have my people contact you.
Guys, drop some namaste for Kai Sinat. We are going to take this party to Streamer University. Kai,
do that.
We are rating Streamer University right now. Kai Sinat. RFK, stick around. You're about to see maybe the greatest streamer on this platform.